Good afternoon. We are here to show you how to do a simple fried egg without flipping the egg in the pan. In order to do this, we have a 9-inch skillet that we have heated using maybe a medium-high temperature on the range top. Once we can feel heat emanating from the bottom of this pan, that means it's time for us to move over to the sink and to spray a little of this nonstick spray in the bottom of the pan. Even if I have a nonstick pan, I actually feel it's safer to put a little of that spray in. Got to do it just before I put the egg in, because if I were to let this spray heat on the burner, it would scorch, turn brown, and make your food taste, not so good. So this is a warm pan, even though you can't tell on the video. We've sprayed it with canola oil spray, and now we're taking our egg and we're pouring it in and we're covering it up. And we're going to just leave it there. Leave it cook on that temperature. My assistant will adjust the heat if I ask her to, so she's ready to do that. However, so far so good. While that's cooking, we're going to show you another important thing, and that is how to make a scrambled egg using the microwave. To do that, we're going to take a microwave-safe bowl. This is Pyrex. Put a little butter in the bottom, and now let's talk about melting butter in the microwave. If you have to melt anything in the microwave, like butter, margarine, any kind of fat, you want to, maybe I got a little too much paper towel here, sorry. You want to cover it, tuck that towel underneath, because when margarine or any kind of fat gets really, really hot, it can, spit and make a big mess in your microwave. So I'm going to set this for 20 seconds. So I'm going to push stop and reset, 2, 0, and start. And now, while that's going and melting, let's go look at our egg. As you can see, it's looking like it's starting to get done on the bottom. We could flip it, but a really easy thing to do is to pour a little water in it and cover it up. What's going to happen is that water is going to form steam, and that steam is going to cook the top of the egg. So you don't have to, flip it and worry about breaking the yolk. Now we're going to come over to the microwave. If you caught this on tape, that was only 20 seconds. It was about a tablespoon of the margarine, but look at the top of this. That's why we cover it with paper towel. This would have been all over in there, and you would have had a lot of work to do for your lab cleanup. All right. I am going to be making a scrambled egg, actually 2 of them, and what I've done is I've put a couple eggs in here and a little milk. What we're going to teach you now, after I check my egg here, is how to use the handheld electric mixer. So, as you can see, this egg is probably over medium, and we would be able to serve it. Sometimes if I catch it a little sooner than I did here, I would let it sit on the turned off burner and let all that extra water evaporate. And again, I would also use my turner to kind of feel that. I like eggs over medium. It means the yolk is about halfway cooked. I know you can't see it on here, but as I sit it here, all that water is evaporating. Well, if you got carried away and you accidentally happen to put too much water in it, all you got to do is take this paper towel, catch the egg, set it there, and then transfer it to your plate to eat. And again, I can't stand whites that aren't done. This is a really quick, easy way to fry an egg. And this is what you're going to do next week in class. So hopefully you guys will remember this. Notice it's not burned, it's not scorched. This is probably a little more done than some people would like, but I want you to be able to practice this technique next week. Now, let's talk about the electric mixer. Let's turn off the burner. And should I throw that pan in there right now when it's really hot?
No.
No. I take it off that hot burner and I let it cool while I'm eating my egg maybe. All right, how do we use this electric mixer, hand blender, whatever you want to call it? First you have to insert, while it's unplugged, the beaters. You know you did it right if they don't fall out. Then I would make sure it's on off. I would plug it in, and I would put this straight up and down. If you start to tip it one way or the other like this, you're going to have some of your mixture flying about and making a mess. let's pretend we beat that until it's all light and fluffy. When we're finished, we turn it off, we unplug, holding onto the plug, never the cord, and then we push the eject button and use this to transfer this over to our wash water that we're pretending is in the sink right now. All right, I've melted this butter, and I'm kind of just moving that around the pan. I need to empty that into there, and I need an important piece of equipment that I want you students to use a lot more than you do. What is this called? Now you can answer me.
Rubber spatula.
Yes, rubber scraper. Okay, I am going to take and pour my egg in there, and I'm using my favorite rubber scraper to get all the extra egg in there. And then, I don't know if the camera can see this, I'm going to pop these into the microwave, and to cook on high for 1 minute, push 1, 0, 0, and start. Oh my, this is so exciting. Now, what we want to do while that's cooking, so we dovetail tasks, is now it's time to set up for cleanup. So, I'm going to get this water as hot as I can.
Stand it.
Okay, I'm going to put this plunger and twist it so the water doesn't leak or drain out. At this school, we put our wash water in the right side, and then we squirt a small amount of soap, about the size of a nickel. Now we have some choices. I like to just put the dish strainer rack in the left sink. Some people like to have a rack off to the side. It's whatever you want. So, what I would say is clean as you go. That way, it'll save you work later on. You have more time to eat, you have more time to relax. And my assistant, after this video is over, will probably be helping me to do that. So, we're going to wash those dishes, and then, here we go. We're back to the microwave. Take a peek. That was 1 minute. And did you see what happened to it? It kind of fluffed up. Okay, so what do? If there is no egg that's uncooked, sometimes you kind of give it a bit of a stir. It might not look as pretty as you'd like it to look, but it's just a really quick way to make a scrambled egg if you're trying to get to school or work and you don't have a lot of time. Much, much quicker than doing it on the stovetop. And if you'll look, the reason we put that butter in there is so none of that egg would break on or stick to the pan. So, a little salt and pepper, time to eat, yum. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.